And now details of the stories. Angolans are now in waiting after polls closed in the country yesterday. The parliamentary elections which took place yesterday. The leader of the party that wins the majority will become Angola's new president, since longtime leader of the independence movement, President José Eduardo dos Santos, is leaving office after 38 years in power. An unofficial result is expected by Friday. The two main opposition parties, UNITA and CASASE, are seeking to make significant gains in these parliamentary elections. And the Electoral Commission said the vote went smoothly. Commissioner Head Andre da Silva Neto told reporters that it's an example of how democratic elections should be carried out.
It has to be noted that the outcome of the vote is of little doubt. In power since independence in 1975, the Popular Movement for the Liberation of Angola, MPLA party, represented by João Lourenço, is expected to win again. Strong suspicions, however, of fraud in voter registrations also weigh in on the party. The opposition coalition claimed that 20 of its election observers were arrested last night in the capital, Luanda. It stated that the latter were requesting for authorization to observe the vote, which they were denied. The European Union is also doubting about the validity of this election. Angola refused the Union's conditions of sending a European observer mission. Brussels had posed as a condition for the arrival of observers to access to all the polling stations in the country. We head now to the country and we are joined by our journalist Serge Kofi, who is keenly following this election. Hello, Serge.
Bonjour, madame. Bonjour à tous.
So what can we retain from these elections held yesterday in Angola? Well, we traveled through Luanda during this Wednesday's election, and we noticed that the vote took place in a peaceful manner without any major incidences recorded, and several people were able to fulfill their duty as citizens in complete serenity. Some voters complained that they were relocated. They were assigned other polling stations, sometimes far away from where they lived or where they had registered. So we could understand the frustrations of people who could not vote for these reasons.
On pouvait bien comprendre la frustration des gens qui n'ont pas pu voter pour ces raisons.
And Serge, do we have information regarding early results at this point?
Non, il est encore trop tôt pour parler des
Well, no, it's still too early to talk about the results or to talk about the objective figures. What I can say is that the National Electoral Commission is in the process of compiling the results from every constituency, and that it will take about 2 to 3 days to truly have the real results. And so, when should we expect the final results? It's hard to know when the results will be out. The National Electoral Commission is silent at the moment on this matter. Everyone is waiting for that because it is the only one with the objective means to provide the results of the elections. A last question, Serge. As we await the results, what is the atmosphere like in Luanda? Well, Hanan, it's a quiet atmosphere here. I would say that everyone is expectant. It is known that the observers of the community of Portuguese-speaking countries or of the African Union are going on Thursday to say what they observed from this election. But as I said, the atmosphere is rather calm and people are just waiting for the Electoral Commission to react.